How long are we capable of empathizing? Is there a limit to the extent we're able to feel for a group of young people facing a very specific uphill battle? It's the question I kept coming back to during the third season of TVF's Kota Factory. The triumphant series, which first premiered back in 2019, took us into the lives of three students, Vaibhav, Meena and Uday, as they brave the impossible rat race of the Kota-based coaching industry in the hopes of getting into IIT. Kota Factory, which was acquired by Netflix after its first season, has always been the most potent and substantial of TVF's tiring onslaught of syllabus dramas. The thoughtful, immersive, well-acted series took us into the high-pressure environment where every new day brings with it fresh opportunities to feel defeated and crushed. The Herculean uphill battle against hundreds of thousands of students, all furiously chasing the same limited seats. The ego, rampant belittling and spectacular self-importance of the class system amongst rankers and toppers versus everyone else. The psychology and politics of the coaching industrial complex and heartless institutes commodifying talented students. The loss of those crucial teenage years in favor of endless, relentless studying. Studenthood over personhood. Or even that the impressive craft of the show screams at you. I still can't believe that we have a popular, meaningful young adult show in India which is entirely in crisp black and white. Not to mention cinematographer Sridatta Namjoshi's use of overhead shots or the very scene shot from under tables off reflective surfaces or even from behind whiteboards. But these are all standout storytelling elements that we felt the impact of with the first season back in 2019. Since then, the show has had little new to say. The conflicts of this third chapter, for example, are more of the same. Vaibhav, played by Mayur More, must contend with his ego being jealous of others and the fact that his girlfriend Vartika, played by Revati Pillai, refuses to study with him given his condescending attitude. Meena, played by Ranjan Raj, struggles with the trade-off between earning money to sustain himself versus dedicating his everything to his studies. And Uday, played by Alam Khan, is off being his generally carefree self and is given something of a loud, melodramatic arc this time around. But the point is, the three characters don't feel like they've evolved all that much. Over multiple seasons, it feels like time has stood still. And I get it, that's sort of the point of the show and what it has to say about life in Kota. But there's only so much stagnancy we can take. For how many seasons can you stretch out that suffocating feeling of the night before a big defining exam? The nerves, the stress, the butterflies, the pressure. I'd argue that after 3 seasons, no longer do we feel with them as much as the show wants us to. Where Kota Factory has evolved, however, and where this season in particular shines, is in the deconstruction of Jeetu Bhaiya.
Jeetu Bhaiya kyun? Jeetu sir kyun nahi?
Played by the inimitable show-making Jitendra Kumar, Jeetu was always the beating heart of this series. But he was also something of a concept, an ideal, an otherworldly figure that's been a constant source of support, guidance and wisdom to the kids. Jeetu Bhaiya always just knows. Often it's not even his wisdom nor wit that the students rely on, it's just his mere presence and the way he looks at you. Those soulful big eyes that say that if even for a few precious moments, I'm here for you and you are not alone. But season 3 humanizes him and examines the weight of what it means to be him and who the students need him to be. After one of his students tragically committed suicide at the end of last season, Jeetu lies broken and paralyzed, buried in doubt and guilt, unable to put himself back together again. While his students wage an external war for their futures, he's losing an internal one. I love the sensitivity and sparkling maturity with which director Pratish Mehta and writers Puneet Patra, Manish Chandwani, Praveen Yadav and Nikita Lalwani navigate his quiet struggle. And the fact that there are no easy answers, no grand, easy Kota Factory-esque monologue that offers a simple resolution to his turmoil. Side note, I love that in Kota, the response to suicide is locking all the terraces rather than making an actual effort to discuss and normalize conversations about mental health among students. Good old Indian education system. This third chapter also benefits from the growing faculty of Jeetu Bhaiya's institute, AIMers. The delightful Rajesh Kumar returns as Gagan Sir, along with new addition Tilotama Shom as Pooja Didi. Everything is just better with Tilotama Shom in it, you know? For all my issues with the show's sense of stagnancy, for the record, this season, it finally happens. These students attempt the dreaded IIT-G entrance exams. In the end, this season took me back to the essence of long-form storytelling at its purest, going on a journey with a set of characters over several years and seasons, doing life alongside them, feeling what they feel and eventually saying goodbye with both us and them, walking away all the better for it. With season 3, Kota Factory manages to give us what no other Indian show I've seen has, a fitting farewell, the sense of an ending. My life is better for having experienced this story. You can watch Kota Factory season 3 on Netflix.